Okay, we are live. We're waiting for a few more other people from the team to join in. In the meantime, I'm going to get some water.
Hey.
Hey, I figured out how to get an Audible notification when people join.
Oh, cool.
It's a lot better now because I was in a meeting once waiting for a guy to join and it took a long time and I was checking emails and uh,
hmm
and he didn't know I joined. I didn't know he joined. And then we both looked down an email or stopped our email and saw that we were each on the call, the
Yeah.
Zoom call.
Yeah, that
So,
can happen if you are waiting for someone and you start working on something else.
mhm.
You just don't
Yeah,
even notice.
it'll be hidden screen. You don't even know.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make you co-host. Then you can admit people too.
Cool.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
Oh, we're live on YouTube today. Okay.
Yep. So you might have to add the link there in Facebook.
Sure. We can do that.
Should do it on LinkedIn. What happens if we do that?
Ooh,
I've been getting a lot of requests on LinkedIn. I don't know if
really?
it's because I reply back to, I don't know. I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is 15 from just almost every other business day.
Really?
Actually, every
Wow.
business day. Yeah, 15, 16. Two are actually authentic people that I knew or I'm getting connected with.
hmm
And I think everybody's using software because this guy writes to me right away. Hi, Dustin. I'd love to connect with you. Names this company. We run cold outreach to your target market contacts. Once they've engaged, we reach out, blah, 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 blah. Can I send you more information? And as soon as I got that reply, I wrote back and says, what does your company do? And it's been an hour and he hasn't written back yet. So obviously he's using cold script software and it's not real live chatting. So I don't have high hopes for people coming through LinkedIn to connect with me because it's somebody trying to sell something.
Yeah,
It's junk services.
right.
Okay, let me copy the YouTube link and see what happens. Share, copy. The town web team is live on Facebook talking about municipal website design. Let's see if we get spammed with the Zoom link. Let me
Yeah, I
find
was gonna post it on Tweaks too.
copy invite link.
Post. Ooh,
Do you
that
hear the
noise is
audio?
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's sweet. Oh, and then the doorbell when he gets in.
Just me.
Very nice.
Get monthly reminders of LinkedIn by posting. No, thank you. Mark, do you get a lot of people contacting you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I actually do.
It's like spam stuff?
Sometimes it's spam. Sometimes I think that they're like erring on the side of authenticity. Or to be like, hey, like I see you've done this and this. Like I would love to have you in my network. Like let's have a. But they're usually people that you can tell they're from a foreign place.
Yeah, for the big
Like
moving process and
the
stuff.
ones that I've gotten a lot of recently are people who are like using Upwork or something, and they're like, oh, like you can be my project manager. We just have to like make you an Upwork account, and then you give me access to your US based Upwork account, and then like what? Like
It's huge.
that's not happening.
Oh, so interesting. So they want somebody US based to give them access to their. Ooh, that is a big scam.
Right.
Sneaky.
Right. And then he's like, oh, I'll give you 20% of everything for just like letting me do it. I'm like, what happens when you like lock me out of the account? Like change the password and have just like all my credentials.
Wow. Yeah, because it could be identity theft even because your driver's license or something could even be uploaded.
Yeah,
I could see how that scam could be successful. For those people, it's like, oh, okay, I'll lend you my Upwork account. Instead of charging $8 an hour, we'll charge $40 an hour, let's say, and I'm going to give you $8 an hour after the Upwork fee, and you sit back, you get a nice kickback, and they have to do projects where they don't need Zoom calls, where everything is done through. That is a really interesting scam. I've been on the other side of that where I went to hire somebody and, it turns out they were from China saying that they were in Europe and they weren't. I hired somebody in the Philippines. I was working with, I think it was Salesforce or something, had to do some sort of conversion and it was going to take a lot of work. And, the guy said, well, I think this project will be like $300. I thought, okay, that's all right. And then by the end of the week, it was up to $400. And I thought, he kind of went over. And then it was on a Sunday, and the billing on Upwork stops on a Sunday. And I saw that he was online. I thought, oh, he's working earlier today. Let's, I want to chat with him. Hey, I think his name was Gabriel. Gabe. Hey, Gabe, how's it going? I was messaging him on Skype or something. He didn't reply. And I could see the screenshots because that's what Upwork does. I'm like, okay, I see you're working on this. Do you have any questions? Last minute stuff for me? It was all dead air. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And he's working on the stuff. And then I got billed 400. And then the next week, he says it's going to be a little bit longer. And I was billed 200 extra. Thought, man, this is now double what he originally said it was going to be done. And I'm getting a little suspicious. And he wasn't very responsive, like on the weekends, but he was very responsive during the weekdays. So I went in through the screenshots because you go and you just see it's like Instagram, like you see screenshots, just a whole bunch. It's like, whoa, the guy's working. But then I looked into each one, and then every fifth or sixth screenshot, I would see the same thing. Well, this is really weird. So I think he had a script running or a 4-year-old hitting Alt-Tab to switch back and forth different tabs, because I would go on the screenshots and I could see like a browser window, and I could see all the different tabs, and it would have my tab of the spreadsheet, and it would have the software he was working with, and then the other thing, and he had 20, 30 tabs open, and every fifth screenshot was the same tab again. So it was just going through this route, clicking, because the way Upwork works is it tracks mouse movements. And if you have no mouse movement for a while, it'll pause and it'll do a screenshot. And then after 2 consecutive intervals, which is between 3 to 6 minutes, I think. If it sees no activity, it just logs you off the account so that you as a contractor don't charge the employer. And, and the way that works is if you allow somebody to work 30, 40, 20 hours per week, if they don't use it by Friday, people try to work a lot on Saturday, Sunday, because the contract starts open again for an additional 20, 30, 40 hours by Monday, midnight, Pacific time, or Sunday night. So I caught that he had another client's screenshot showing this information. I'm like, that's not my project. So I Googled and I found that was another client who was probably hiring on Upwork. And I contacted that person directly and said, hey, I don't know if this is helpful to you, but I was auditing the screenshots of Gabriel, who I think you've also hired for some project work, and I'm seeing your business's information on my stuff. So I'd be curious, are you seeing my business information on work that's being charged to you? And I filed a complaint with Upwork to get a refund. I think they only gave me a partial refund for those screenshots that were showing somebody else's, even though it was obvious it was the same screenshot of like a spreadsheet where nothing was done. It was just like a different cell was highlighted. It was just really weird. And after that, I thought, man, I don't know if I can trust Upwork again because it's too easy to game. I've heard of other people who would have 2 laptops. It's like, so they have 2 accounts and they're billing for 2 different customers. They work on this one. They're working on this one. It's like, man.
Like if you switch fast enough, it will let you.
Well, yeah, because it does a screenshot like every 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. So if you're doing some work and you can pause for a little bit, but you don't do deep work in both projects. Mm-hmm. You either focused on this one or you're focused on that one.
And I feel like it's tough when you're on Upwork and you're trying to find somebody to do development for like $6 or $8 an hour. Like for that side of the spectrum, it's people who are gaming it. I would think that on the upper end of Upwork, like if you search the top for like a lamp stack developer or something, there are people who are like, $150 an hour. And I'm sure those people are like, they're probably very competent and do things quickly. But I think it's more when you're on the lower end of the spectrum that people try to game it. And like, they're just not, they're from like somewhere else. And I guess it just depends on how you're using the platform.
I think the phrase is it's expensive to hire somebody cheap.
Yeah, I guess
it's true.
Yeah, like how many times it takes to do the job the right way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a situation a while ago. What's that?
It's the triangle of service.
Fast, quick, fast, expensive, or quality?
Yeah, you can have 2.
Yeah, pick any 2. Exactly. Yeah, we had an issue a long time ago, 6 years ago. We hired a company to do some coding for us, and it was a good price. It was outsourced work, and we were making, okay progress. And then the guy was not available anymore. It was a weird situation. And then I just went on Upwork and I said, okay, we need to find somebody who's a pro at this. And I sorted based on highest price. And at that time, somebody was like 50, 60 an hour. And I contacted them and say, here's what we're looking at doing. Our budget is this much per month. I know it only gets this many hours per month from you, but would you be available for this type of work? And he's like, yeah, I think I can do it. And he turned out to be great. He wanted to work off of the Upwork profile because he's like, look, if we do Upwork, you have to pay me an extra 10%. Or if you do it off of this way and just send me the money through whatever it was, PayPal, it'll be at a lower rate. We felt like we can trust him. And we did. We worked together for like 4 or 5 months. Basically, all the problems went away after month 2. All the issues that we were having, he just solved it. I think he refactored the code. And it's like, yeah, you just need a guy with high skills. Yes, he's highly paid, but the cost was the same. Like the actual price tag was the same. He worked far fewer hours, but it didn't have errors in the code like the other team did. And so sometimes you just have to look for the best.
The triangle.
Yeah.
Triangle of service.
Yep. Exactly.
I used to use that one all the time.
especially from like
Well,
a sales standpoint.
It is, yeah. We can do it 2 different ways. Fast and cheap, but it won't be good. Nobody ever picked that one.
Nobody like, please, can we just get this done like fast and cheap?
Yeah. Well, once
I
you tell
think
them it won't be any good. Then, oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll slow down a little bit. All right.
I feel like people kind of feel like they get taken advantage of if
Yeah.
they do like value-based pricing. Like let's say they paid 5,000 for a website and they came to find out that you only spent like 5 hours on the site to make it. They're like, oh, you just like made huge money on me. But
There's a story about this, a guy who does logos. And he's like, can you design me a logo? Sure. Goes ahead and works on it. And how does this work? He's like, I think it looks great. How much does this cost? It's like $1,000. You can't charge me $1,000. You just did it in like 20 minutes. He's like, you're not paying me for doing the work. You're paying me for the experience I bring to do the work. You know, you're paying me for the 10 years of experience I have and being able to do it at 20 minutes.
right, that is true.
Yeah, a lot of people put the price based on time. It's like, oh, how many hours is this going to be? Okay, here's the price. Instead of thinking, well, what's the value? That's why the value-based pricing is what I'll see on like some Chris Stowe videos is he gave it was a live video. Well, it was at a live event, and then I think he edited it down. He was at some marketing or design conference, I think hosted by Adobe. And the question was something like, or they did role playing. He says, okay, so I typically charge this much for this type of work, but just to let you know, I understand your business does so much. And if we're able to do the marketing and create a funnel, whatever, and it does this, this, and this, would it be worth if it increased your business 10% if you would only pay like 1%? And it was something like, if it grows the business by $10 million, 1% is whatever it is, a million or 100,000, instead of like, oh, we're going to charge you $5,000 for this project. What if we charge you 1% of the 10% of growth that you'd get? And it's just value-based pricing.
I think with that, like when you get tied into the result, whereas you don't really get paid. I guess like in that case, you're saying you would get paid, but if it's more true to the fact that like you only get paid if the results end up going well, then that's like a different situation. Like I feel like a lot of investment groups are going that way, where it's like they're not making money unless you're making money.
Yeah, I've heard of some companies doing that too. I know attorneys do that, where it's like if you win the case, you pay 50%. If you don't win it, well, you didn't lose anything. And that can be a little hard because especially if there are things that are out of your company's control, especially for marketing companies. Yeah, if they're going to do the whole entire marketing portion, where they will do the creative work, they'll do the copywriting, they'll do the ad spend, or they even maybe create the budget, they have more at risk. And it's also trackable. But if something changes and they do all the investment, they get things set up, and it takes a long sales cycle, it takes a month or two. It could just take forever for it to work. And the company could pause it. And it's like, well, we already made like a $30,000 investment of our time and effort, and it doesn't have time to be realized.
Yeah,
well, this guy's writing to me already.
Too.
Do you guys know a service called what's it called? Lenny? Lenny, is Ask Lenny? What's it called? Anyways, it's this thing that people can create their own phone tree. So like if you get phone calls, you can transfer it to another number. And I think it's using this software called Asterix, which is open source. And you can, I think, even run it on a Raspberry Pi or something, or people just take an old computer and have it ready. So when a telemarketing call comes in, and they say, "Oh, I'd like to talk to so and so in sales." Like, okay, hold on 1 second, and you know it's a telemarketer. You pass them to Lenny, and it's this like old guy, and who goes through this whole script, and it's basically on repeat. If you type in, I think it's Lenny or Ask Lenny on YouTube, you'll find examples of this, and you'll find people like anywhere in the world, UK, Australia, the United States, trying to sell stuff, and people put it through the It's Lenny script, where it's automatically running, because if it hears something, it doesn't speak. And then when there's a pause, it asks the next thing on the script. And it's a script that it always runs identically the same no matter who's asking the questions. And sometimes it hits it perfectly, and it gets the telemarketer so frustrated. Sometimes they stand for 20, 30 minutes, and it eventually repeats the script. So this guy that it's writing me on LinkedIn, this guy who's trying to sell me lead generation software, I used one of Lenny's lines, which is, "What more can you tell me about your service?" He sends me more information. If you have some free time, look up It's Lenny. I recommend. It's a good waste of time.
Who has free time?
Well, I don't watch Netflix. So that's how I have some
Oh.
free time, because when I get ready for bed, sometimes I'll just bring up YouTube. Now I don't get the It's Lenny algorithms anymore. I get I was looking at design trends, web design trends. I was looking at web design trends, and what was the other one?
Miranda's trendy because she likes dark mode.
I do like dark mode. Does that make me trendy?
Based
I
on
don't
our
know, I just like
previous
dark
meeting
colors.
earlier today.
How do you think what are the web design trends for municipal websites? Do you think dark mode is going to be a reality, or do you think most people will be like, I don't need dark mode, or will they not even know?
What
For
do you like about it,
municipalities,
Miranda?
I don't know. I just like that it's softer on the eyes. It's less like
Okay.
in your face. It's easier to look at, and also I just think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Does
Benji,
a Tesla
do you
have a
use
dark
it?
mode?
Yeah,
Do you think
I
it would
use it
need it?
sometimes on my phone though, because
Okay.
like it's just like 3 clicks, like bang, 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 and then it's easier on the eyes. On some
Okay.
websites, I'm starting to see like a toggle where you can do it. It feels like a little bit more of a nice to have, but with the accessibility
Mm.
sort of thing, it's like that's another accessibility feature where it's like, oh, a little lighter on the eyes. And I think there's an increasing amount of media surrounding eye and screen health.
Do you think citizens of a municipal website, so how do they access it? Is it a toggle on the website, or would it automatically go based on the settings of the mobile device?
I see
What
that
do you
on
think, Liz?
some sites because I have mine set to always be in dark mode whenever possible. So
Oh.
certain websites will switch to dark mode for me because that's my phone setting.
Let me check.
Yeah, I'll show you guys
And, like,
a site that has
Facebook does it
a version
too.
of it.
There's a dark site, really?
Yeah, because my computer is set to dark mode too. And so when I
So-
log into Facebook, it's all dark.
So.
This site here will go
I hadn't heard about
dark mode.
site agreement.
Alright.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay. Where do you set it in iOS? Looking in settings. General? Display? Oh, dark. Oh, here's automatic. Okay. Options,
Mhm.
dark until sunrise or custom schedule. Okay, so let me check out Facebook. It doesn't change unless
Really?
it just shows white.
Well, I guess I don't know if the app does it. Yeah, the app is just white. But on the website itself, like on my computer right now, it's automatically in dark mode.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to share my screen, but I've been getting a lot of people messaging me asking if we're looking for developers. And I've been going on, yes, we're looking for JavaScript developers. How many do you have? Where are you located? Many of these guys are in India. 150 people, 600 people. Like, great. How many people know JavaScript? Oh, we have teams and teams of people. Great. How many people know cbd.js? And they'll say, oh, let me check. Or some just say, we have, this guy writes back. Apparently he's US based. Doesn't look like he's from India. Hello, Dustin. Are you still needing of CBD.js engineers? I can set up a quick call. Let me know. It's a fake language. One guy, he actually understood because I was, even though he was not a native English speaker. Let's see. I said, we need 5 to 10 developers who can program in CBD.js. To be blunt, we are growing, and we haven't found a development team who can help us get as high as we have the potential to reach. And the guy writes
All the
back,
references.
he writes back, ha, ha, ha. I'm sorry we don't have such a high level of development at the moment, but I really appreciate if we can get on a call to discuss our services. It doesn't give up.
Too funny.
Oh, man. I need to find another Easter egg for these things. I've been using the same script too often. Maybe Benji has some ideas.
An Easter egg for what now?
So I get all these LinkedIn requests for developers, overseas stuff. And now I'm getting it for like cold email or cold LinkedIn outreach. So I've been asking people, oh, you have developers? We need CBD developers, CBD.js.
Not to be blunt, but when our
yeah, our team is growing.
Something to put in.
Yes.
You're looking for something to put in that would let you know that they are fake.
Yeah, so if they say yes, we can do it. It's like, okay,
so
you
Dusty
just said
can
yes.
roll with another punchline of some kind.
Yeah, tell them you're interested in writing a Bitcoin mining program. Actually, you might get some real people back on that. Who knows?
Actually, I have a phone call recording. Sturgeon Bay Bank. I called them up and said, actually, I can find it. It's on SoundCloud. And since we're streaming on YouTube, it'll be okay. Let's see. How do I log into my SoundCloud? I never know if it's through my Google account or what. Okay. Library. No, I don't want to upgrade to unlimited. Playlist, following, overview, history, playlist. No. The usability of this is not very good. I can't find my own stuff that I've uploaded. I have to click on another link. Tracks, here we go. I thought for sure I had one recorded, but I called a bank asking about Bitcoin. Oh, here they go. I found it. Okay, so I have to share my sound. Where is it?
I was curious, are you able to take Bitcoin?
We do not take Bitcoin, no.
Is it because it's only used for money laundering or what?
I'm not sure. That would be actually more of a banker end question, but I can see if Chris can answer that for you.
No, that's okay. I was just curious if you guys took Bitcoin or not, because I see it on the internet, so I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, we don't at this branch. Maybe one of our bigger branches might, but
Okay.
at a small town branch, we normally don't. It would probably
Do they
be
mint the
more
big
in our
ones, or are
main
they just the
offices.
small Bitcoins?
I'm sorry?
Would a bigger branch have the big Bitcoins or the smaller ones?
Well, I'm not sure really with the Bitcoins because we weren't trained on them.
Okay.
So that
All right,
would
I'll just-
honestly. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you have a good day. Thank you.
You
Bye.
too. Yep. Nice weekend. Bye bye.
You ever have issues with karma?
Carmen?
She said the
Carmen,
big
no.
ones or the small ones. That she said.
Poor lady.
You can see they're very helpful in a small town bank. Oh, we haven't been trained on the Bitcoin yet. But there was a guy years ago, I guess, when Bitcoin was high before it became high now, who was selling Bitcoins, like minting them, fake ones, of course. And he's going through the city. It's like, I got some Bitcoins. You want to buy some Bitcoin? I just got them. And because people think it's a physical device, some people did. And they'd give him whatever it was, a couple $100 for a fake coin. Maybe he was getting $5,000. I have no idea. But yeah, they don't exist as a physical coin. Now that Bitcoin is in the news again, and Elon Musk bought whatever it was, 1.5 billion or trillion, I don't know, whatever he bought. Should call the bank again. We could do it next week on Tuesday.
Live prank calls.
Is
I
your
attended one
refrigerator
Clubhouse. Yes, your refrigerator running. I was looking on Clubhouse, and there was one group that actually did prank calls. And none of them were successful. I fell asleep. I couldn't stay up later listening to it. But it was people like, oh, can you call my sister and tell her this? And there's a lot of, I guess, missed information before you actually get to, the gold in the comedic sense. Yeah, we should start accepting Bitcoin for websites. The only time municipalities have to work with Bitcoin is when they have ransomware. And they have to send over, back in the day, it was like last year. So last year, December, the year before, town in Florida had to send over like 9 Bitcoin because they got hacked. And then there's another municipality that did it, or a company. They got hacked. They had the ransomware. They sent in the money with Bitcoin, and then they never fixed the problem. And then they got hacked like 2 weeks later because they never plugged the original hole, which at that point is like, now you got to fire the IT staff who's ever in charge, because that is not good. Actually, I think it happened in the city of Oshkosh last year in Wisconsin, because I saw it on the news, and there's 2 municipalities, I think, in Wisconsin. And Ivan and I looked it up. We found out that I don't think they had a website by us or any of our competitors. They did it in-house. So it was like an IT staff is like, oh, we can build websites. And well, they built a website. They probably managed the entire system, and they weren't competent in security. And look what happened. I think it was the city of Oshkosh.
So yeah, I guess.
Their website looks subpar.
Mm-hmm. So I put on the YouTube channel, we can discuss, what did I put in? Chat about municipal web design. So I know we did have another meeting, but from a millennial perspective, how would you like to see municipal websites? Or the other question is, how active are you two, our 2 millennials, in civic government?
Not at all. I've only been on the City of Sturgeon Bay website because I work here. I don't think I would go on it ever for any other reason.
Well, what about trash pickup and stuff? Is it all taken at the place where you live?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you live in an apartment, that stuff really doesn't matter to you because it doesn't affect me.
Well, what about a dog license? It will affect you in 2 weeks.
I will have to get that, yeah.
So now you'll have to go online, I guess, because
Yeah,
apparently...
I guess I did go on the website to look up the
All right.
dog license fees for Sturgeon Bay.
Hey.
It's
And
like
you
$5. Like, why
Well-
do they need to charge me $5 to have a dog?
Can you pay online?
I don't know. I just
See?
saw it was $5 and I was like,
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's only $5, but now you have to physically go there or write a check. unless you can pay
Mhm.
online, maybe they charge a fee. You can't just Venmo it. You don't have a simple app to do it because we know that the website built by our competitor doesn't have that integration.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy.
it's
They're charging
just,
$5 for a dog license.
I know. I guess I was on the Door County website, not even the
Oh,
Sturgeon Bay website.
that was just redesigned by a competitor of ours too.
That's Civic Plus, isn't it?
Yep. It was done within the year because I thought, we should probably bid on that
Really?
project.
This was done this year?
Yep. Yeah, they had a really crappy
Does it
website
look
done.
ancient, Miranda?
Well, they probably kept the style because they're selling to a county, and you got a bunch of people on the county board who are kind of old and, we got to upgrade the internet. Okay. Because the original system was through the state. And that was really old software through the Department of Enterprise Technology in Wisconsin. And
Oh yeah, the only way to get a dog license is to email your town's or your municipality's treasurer
yeah, there's no workflow
and
system.
contact them. No, you just email the person. Just gives me their email and phone number.
Yep.
Weird.
Yeah, they need an online payment solution.
I wonder
Yeah.
if town online payments would work.
It
Hint,
would
hint.
work perfectly.
And I don't even know if I'm technically in Sturgeon Bay or Nassau-Wappie
Yeah, I don't know.
because I'm like real close to wherever the border is. So I'm not sure which side I'm on.
Well, one thing you could do is just email each clerk, see who gets back fast.
Yeah.
Do we have town in
weird.
Nassau-Wappie? Yeah, I think we do. They're our customer, aren't they? Town of.
I wouldn't even know how to spell that.
It's a Wisconsin name.
Yeah. A lot of Wisconsin names.
Yep.
That's us.
Yeah, it is.
Are those names Native American names? Is that where that comes from? That's what I thought. We have a lot of those.
Yeah.
That type of stuff down here as well. So that's what it
Yeah,
sounded
we
like.
have a lot of that.
I didn't know if it was. And what is Wisconsin? Primarily Norwegian originally?
No, parts of northeast Wisconsin, like on the tip of the peninsula, is Scandinavian. There'll be Icelandic and Swedish, Norwegian, and also in Minnesota, where Mark was living before, I guess. But a lot of German, a lot of Polish in the northeast part. Look at some of the cities we do.
German?
Or what?
Town of German? Or
Town of German. We also have we used to have town of Germantown. I think she may have left.
Berlin?
Yep. There's Berlin, town of New Berlin. It's not Berlin, but New Berlin. Denmark, town of New Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
Luxembourg.
Yep.
What's her name? Tony. She goes, Teddy. Teddy goes to
Teddy.
Luxembourg High School, Luxembourg Casco. It's two community names together. Brussels. Brussels is down the road from where Miranda lives.
Yep.
Namur, which is the headquarters of the Belgian Heritage Historical Society. Yeah, a lot of the lowlands.
Yeah, I looked up the dog license information for Nassau-Wappie, and their form that they have up there says that it's due by April 1st, 2018. So
Yeah, well, you don't have a dog yet, so
that's not helpful.
what they do is because their annual meeting, I think, is in April, so they have all the
Sure.
paperwork together, and it's after the tax bill and everything. But
I'll have to figure that out.
yeah. That was the whole intent of Town Online Payments, was to allow these one-off payments where you select the form, it's a neutered or spayed, here's the price, here's the name and information of the dog, the description. And I think some of it is just it's a little small tax, but it's also if there's a stray dog, a lost dog, they can kind of have a record of what's going on.
Yeah, and it's like cheaper if you have a neutered dog or they have to get their vaccination. So it's just a way for them to keep track of that stuff.
Yep. Yeah, but it's true. You don't really know where you would go unless, for voting. Like if you voted, you've registered to vote, then you know exactly, okay, I have to vote at this location.
Right.
And it's usually where the town hall is. So Mark, since you've moved states, cities, have you had to deal with any municipal things in your move?
Honestly, no, not yet. There's a few things that I'm being recommended to do. One of them is these different stickers for my car. For like, I guess it's like a tire kicking thing. Generally
Tire
in
kicking?
Chicago, tire kicking. It's just something in Chicago, like the whole city of Chicago, where like if you don't have this tire kicking sticker, they can give you a ticket. And then
Parking on the public roads, you mean?
yeah, like just parking on, like just being a car in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so generally too, in these different neighborhoods or like boroughs in Chicago, each of them has their own zone, and within each zone, you also need to get other stickers. I think I like lucked out though. I live in a zone that is like considered not a payment zone. It's in a city called Bridgeport, but it's like in Chicago. It's just a little south, but it's still considered in the city. But then my landlord, which is actually my like roommate's grandpa, he's saying that I should get my license and license plate switched to be Chicago. But I just got a new Minnesota enhanced license, so I'm definitely not trying to do all of that.
Your insurance might go up too.
Right, yeah. And for the most part, it just feels like more of a formality than something that I actually need to do. But in terms of other stuff like municipality wise, I haven't had to register any licenses or anything else of that nature. But like if I want to join a gym or something, I'll have to give them my information. But yeah, I guess like with the actual city now.
Yeah. I'm looking at Wikipedia where Bridgeport is.
South Central?
77 community areas in Chicago. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a bunch. And it's just like just south of the city, but it's still considered Chicago. It's actually in like an Italian and Croatian district. And so like walking through the neighborhoods here, there's no like American-esque people. Everyone is either Italian or Croatian. And it's funny because the landlord, my friend's grandpa, he's like warning us of the mafia. Like there's a mafia presence here, like the Italian mafia. Yeah.
Cosa Nostra.
Like, yeah, a little bit humorous. But I think they're actually serious a little bit. I mean, by no means is it like real these days, but it's like, I've seen a lot of Italians around here.
You speak Italian, so you can maybe get in with a amici.
Amici. Io parlo Italiano. I'm looking to run into them. There's this one place that's like literally a block from here, and it's one of the more famous Italian spots. It's called Rico Bene's. And yeah, I've seen them guys lurking around there.
Yeah. Maybe you can get a off-market tire kicker sticker cheaper.
Yeah,
Get some connections.
Probably. Right. I have somebody on like the side is like, hey, you need a tire sticker? I got it for you.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know, because my parents were a little concerned about me moving to Chicago just because like the crime. And I sort of thought about it, but I wasn't really thinking about it. But then I double checked like the area that I'm going, and it's like not a bad area like crime wise. But I guess Chicago is like the worst crime in the U.S. like per capita. Like there's a lot of these things going on. I don't know though.
I heard Baltimore was the worst, or the murder capital.
And I think, but Chicago has really gone downhill, I think, in the last probably, I don't know, I don't think it used to be as bad recently as it is now.
Oh, really? I
At
don't
least
know.
just going by memory, I think it's, I don't know. I heard that like in the last 3 to 5 years.
Right.
Yeah, actually, a friend of mine, we used to work together. She and her husband moved to central Chicago, like downtown, had an apartment there or something, and then she moved to Wisconsin. I said, "Why did you move?" And it was like, because we had 2 kids, and in the evenings we'd start to hear gunshots. It was like, nope, the neighborhood got bad. So, wow, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
I've heard gunshots and stuff before, but that's because deer hunting season.
Yeah, I hear
You know,
gunshots all the time out here.
No, what do you get scared about? Come on.
What do you mean? I've got mine right over by the front door too.
Yeah.
Again, in the city, if I heard gunshots, like, yeah, it wouldn't be because a deer just got stripped.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
But yeah, like there's like this certain pocket actually where it's like considered like more of like the gang area, like where it's like truly bad, and it's between these streets because Chicago's on a grid, like where it starts like at 1 and then it'll go like 100 and then past that. But basically between 40th Street and 80th Street is like those are kind of like the projects. Like that's like where there's a lot of gang affiliation.
Oh, really?
It's like you wouldn't go there for any reason. There's not really anything there to go to. But like for reference, like I'm on 27th, so like I'm close enough to it where it's like in sort of like in vicinity. But
Yeah, if you wanted to look for trouble, you could, but you don't want to.
like if I went on like a nice little bike ride to like the 60th Street chicken shop, like I'd be asking for like an invitation.
I feel
Make
like
some new friends.
Jeff has toured a school there, like a high school or something, that was really different, where they were growing their own food. They actually had cattle, like they were like urban farmers type of thing.
That's interesting.
But it seemed, I think from what I remember him talking about it, he was really impressed by it. And it was literally in Chicago.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
They have a lot of like nutrition Montessori schools here, kind of like your modern day, like ritzy, like, you know, we're gonna hold hands and prepare our food.
Yeah, I don't think this was that. I'll have to find out though. But let's see, they will be dyeing the river green next month, won't they?
They may be. I think that they canceled the parade, but I think that they may still dye the lake. It's supposed to be like really live here during St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm.
But like they didn't cancel the bars and everything. And that's what everyone's talking about, is that they're starting to open stuff up. The bigger thing is like for events and like sports and stuff, where like, will they let people do that again? At least here, I think bigger cities are more under scrutiny than like other places, but
Is it Steve?
who knows?
Yeah, I think they do the same thing in Milwaukee. They dye the river.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day is an interesting time of year. Everyone dresses up in green and parties.
Yeah. Yeah, we do the website for the Irish pub in Door County.
I bet it's
I haven't
green.
been there in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't been there a while either. I was
I think I was with you the last time I was there.
Yeah, probably.
Is it in Sturgeon Bay?
Yep.
What's
Yeah.
the name of it?
Kitty O'Reilly's.
I think I've actually been there.
Really?
I might
No
even.
way.
I think I even have a picture of me. I ordered there. That was the first place I ordered a Bloody Mary, and it came with a shooter, a beer, or something. And we don't. That
Oh.
generally doesn't happen around here. And so it was like a Wisconsin thing or something. But of course, you know, the Bloody Mary had like 18 things in it, which was amazing. A beef stick and a
Yeah,
cheese
it's a huge
stick.
thing.
But I
So
think, and it has a cute little outside patio and
Yep.
okay. I'm gonna
So
look.
we're long time family friends of the owners. of
Ah.
so the daughter, well, she's a co-owner. She and her husband bought the place, got married and bought the place. It was an old grubby bar called the Stein. And it was one of those like old bars that only the old guys went into. It was not like a hip thing. It wasn't like even the hipster thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. I'm going to go to the old bar. It's like, no, that was people went to the other bar. And it was, I don't even think I've ever walked foot in there because even my dad, he's like, yeah, that's where the old people go. So the guy died or whatever, bar came up for sale. And then Amy and her husband bought it. And when they told me that they were going to make an Irish pub from it, and could I do their website? I'm like, an Irish pub would be huge because every city I've lived in abroad, there was the cool place to go to was the Irish pub. And so Amy and her family just lived like quarter of a mile from where I grew up, from my mom's place, and they ran a landscaping place, like a greenhouse. And so they did amazing job when they built the little patio and they put in all the flowers and all the shrubbery. They did a great job. And they really made that place go from like the worst bar ever to one of the best bars in the whole county. And they get live music, they have great food, they have great entertainment, chatty bartenders. It's not like you go to some bars and they only look at you because they're, oh, you're not a regular type of thing. It's like very warm and welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's close to the launch, the boat launch. So a lot of the fishermen will just walk across the road and get a very good dinner, lunch, and beer. But it's expensive there too because they're the only one in the area that serves Guinness, and I guess Guinness is expensive. But they have that premium model in Door County. So the regulars won't just hang out there. They go to, where do the regulars go, Miranda? Like you're a regular.
Yeah, I'm a regular
Butch's.
bar goer. That's me.
You know Butch's Bar? Is that what it's called?
Is that on
Near the
Third?
library?
Yeah.
There's Red Room,
Yeah, that
which has good
one.
burgers. And then across the
Yeah.
road, it's where, so you know it's a regular bar. I haven't been in there for years, but I used to meet up with my cousins there. And I remember going and playing pool, and they have like 3 holes for the quarters to go in. But the regulars know that you put quarter only in the right one and push it in, and you only pay a quarter for the pool instead of 75 cents. I saw somebody do that. I'm like, oh, I just paid $1 already, you know, or 75 cents, and I could have just paid 3 games for the same amount.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like it's like a criminal bar. That's where all the lowlifes hang out, I think. I
Our
haven't
low
been in
life
there in
bar
years.
opens 6 in the morning.
There's a bar that opens at 6 a.m.? Wow.
There's some in
Sand
Green
bar.
Bay that, yeah, they close at 2 and they open at 6.
Really?
Yeah, like at 2 a.m. and then they open at 6 a.m.
Yeah. I guess you have to legally kick people out at a certain time because that's the law.
Mm-hmm.
But open
Then
4 hours
6
later.
a.m.
Really?
I guess like the third shift people who are getting
Yeah,
off of
sure.
work at 6, they like to go in there and
Yeah.
hang out. I don't know.
You get a few people. There's like probably what's it called? Like one of those, it's a Seinfeld episode, the little drawers that you sleep in.
Yeah.
The people leave at 2 and they want to go back at 6. They just sleep in the drawer for 4 hours, then go back across the road.
Yeah.
The sleeping chest for the Japanese. I think that was the episode.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds right.
Seinfeld could be the greatest show of all time.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Classic.
What happened, Liz?
A huge gust of wind just came up and I heard a bunch of stuff on my front porch blow over, but that was a big gust.
Wow.
Have to go pick stuff up. I'm looking through all my pictures, my Door County pictures from over the years in the summertime.
Yeah.
I'm not finding the bar one yet.
We should share some of it. Who knows? We could have crossed paths.
Found it. Okay, I don't know if you guys would be able to identify the place by the picture of my, this is really bad, but here, I'll share it. Does that look like their table or their napkin?
Nope.
No,
No, they
I
don't
thought
have
they had
tablecloth like that. I don't think
Okay.
they do.
that's wood or
That
yeah.
looks
That's
like
tablecloth.
It looks. They do have tablecloths.
No, that's not a tablecloth. That's wood.
Yeah,
That's wood. I thought that was
Yeah.
like the. Oh, then it could be. It looked like
Yeah.
Might be.
that thick. It reminds me of like Nightingale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Brett.
Huh. So that's the only thing you have a
Anyway.
picture of?
No. That's just the one I was looking for, but I thought I had
Okay.
a better one of like being, yeah. No, I've
Bring
got
up the
some great
Facebook
lake
page.
pictures. Leinenkugels, we did a walk around Leinenkugels, but that's not there,
It's
obviously.
Chippewa Falls. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I went sailing
Miranda,
with the
here's a good
granddaughter of
one.
Leinenkugels.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen again because this is another thing that we thought was kind of funny. You guys will recognize this. Remember those?
Oh yeah, you were asking me about those.
The wolves?
When
I've
we
never
were
seen
walk-
those. I know where the picture is near the dock, but the public dock.
Yeah, she sent me this picture and I was like, I've never seen that. I'm gonna go check it out. So I went down by the water to check it out, and sure enough, there was this thing, and Grant said it was to keep the geese away.
I was wondering
Yeah.
if that's what it was for. Yeah.
They were,
Yeah, so the geese didn't poop everywhere.
we thought they were so funny and creepy when we saw them. We're like, oh my gosh.
They're like
Another
doing a
one of
whole
those.
bunch of construction down there.
Are they?
Yeah, they're putting in like I think a fountain or something. They're making it look nice.
Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Kitty O'Reilly's.
Oh
Menu
yeah, do you
page.
have it up? Does it show it outside of their building?
I'm looking on the Facebook page to see if I can
Oh.
find what their
Oh,
Bloody Marys look like.
see if it's the same glass.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting a little hungry looking at this food.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Mark's
Can't
not
show
too
me
far
pictures
away.
of food at noon.
In Chicago area, it's a quicker
I'm very
drive.
close, actually. To,
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks
the
good. Is
Wisconsin
that a
area.
Chicago dog or something? With the
Kitty
peppers?
O'Reilly's?
This?
Oh, look
No,
fire.
up. That's fish.
Oh,
That
I'm getting hungry.
top left over there, the hot dog looking thing with the peppers and the tomatoes. Yes, that looks so good right now.
It does look really good.
That's got to be like the Chicago dog. Yep, there we go. It was on the menu. Okay.
Okay. I'm looking for the Bloody Mary picture. Boy, they got a ton of pictures. Unless these are all reposted.
It looks like. Still feel like oh,
You would've-
there. Oh no, go back. Right there.
There
Yeah.
it is.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Sweet.
You were there.
Crazy.
There it is here. Oh, these are small pictures.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that looks
year
really
ago.
good right now.
Yeah, I like their chili. Yeah, here's the outdoor area.
I would have to see it from this. I kind of remember there being like a gazebo, yeah, with a bunch of vines like that.
Here
Yes.
we go.
Yep, that's
Yep.
what I remember.
That's a picture from the street.
I like that greenery in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, this place is 100% different from 12 years ago or whenever they first bought it. It just looks fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, what's interesting about this is because it's Facebook and you don't really see, like, I see that they had a post from 43 minutes ago, but I never see it come up on
Oh,
my
yeah.
feed. They have 6,000 people that like them. It's just Facebook wants you to pay money. It's like, oh, we have a walled garden. You want to be able to see this? You gotta pay money.
Yeah.
Okay, so more tidbit. It was an inner city high school in Chicago. It was by choice. The kids that wanted to go there went there, and they all had to work, so they all had some sort of job within doing the agriculture stuff, and it was the only high school that didn't have a metal detector in it.
Oh,
You don't remember the name of it, do you? No. Anyway.
okay. I'm going to try to find this video. Oh, where was it? How do I look on my history? Here we go, history. It is where is it? It's talking about how Facebook works, but in medieval terms.
Oh.
Man, I look at a lot of stupid stuff. Here we go. That's why I'm pausing my screen share so you don't see all the stupid stuff. It's filled with 3D printing, flying videos, Fat Boy Slim. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just random stuff. Accents. I was on a kick where I was watching all these videos about different accents. English accents. Where is it? Here we go. Advertising explained. Facebook explained. Okay. I have to reshare. Share this.
Kittens, personality tests, puzzles that can only be solved by a genius. I got kittens here.
G'day, mate.
Well, if it isn't Golden Boy. Hey, what happened to that tiny little horse of yours, mate?
Oh, yeah, it's a volatile market, so we had to liquidate.
Horse juice, drink of champions.
Yeah, sticky stuff.
Mate, you need a little bit of ointment for that.
Oh, for this?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It just went a bit viral. It's fine.
That'll clear up in 15 minutes.
I think it's going to keep growing. But, anyway, I'm selling pots now. And I was wondering if I could display one in your shop. Is that going to be expensive?
No, mate, it's free to display.
Oh, perfect.
All you got to do is fill out this little form here. Yeah, there you go. Have a look at that.
Yeah, thank you. Date of birth, address, spouse, sexual orientation. This is just between us, yeah?
Between you, me, and the clouds, mate.
Yeah, great. Religious views, political leanings, terms and conditions. Whoa, there's a lot here. Is this all important, or?
Not really. Look, just scroll down to the bottom and tick the box.
On down. Aha. That one? Easy.
Beauty.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. I like it.
Nobody's going to see it if you put it down there.
Well, they can see it if they look for it. I mean, it's just down there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is nobody's going to know to randomly look.
Look who it is. It's your sidekick, Special Needs Steve.
Ooh, what's that? Is that a ramekin?
It's a pot, actually.
Ooh, a pot. Fancy. Just be careful. There are a lot of thieves about.
Really? Where?
I would like to display my pot for sale, please.
That's my pot.
Excellent choice, sir. That would go well with your set there.
Yeah, that's because I made it. That's my pot. I was holding it. He just stole it.
Did you mark it with water there, champ?
Mark it with water?
We got a watermark it, mate, or any arsehole can claim it.
What? That's theft, okay? You can't... Wait, where's my chicken? You see my chicken?
Now, mate, did you want to display this pot for free, or...?
Oh, no. I'll roost it, thanks. And target local Caucasians in their 30s. They love that rustic artisanal craft shit.
Pot for sale, craft artisanal pot. You won't believe what people are saying about this pot.
What are people saying about the pot? Hey, there's my chicken. Oh, you found it, thank you.
Watermarked it, didn't you?
Watermark? No, I just found out about the watermarking thing. There's no way I could... Like, what are you doing? That's my chicken. You can't do that.
Look, mate, you can lodge a complaint if you think I'm peddling stolen goods, but I don't like your chances.
What? Lodge a complaint about you with you?
Now, are you still interested in this craft pot?
No, that is my pot, and that is my chicken. And I'm taking it back. Chicken, come to Papa.
Relax, all right? I'm happy to go back there and look for your stuff if you want me to.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That'd be great. See, for a moment there, I thought the world had gone crazy. You know, like everything's up for grabs, there's no rules, anyone can take whatever they want, you know?
Oh, shit, wait. You didn't pay me to display your wares, did you?
Well, no, but you said it was free, you know, scroll down, tick the box.
Look, there's one thing you can do, mate. I'll tell you what you can do.
Yeah?
You're gonna have to go all the way over there. Just over there. See where I'm pointing? Yeah, just beyond the tree stump.
Yeah.
Go all the way over there.
Yeah.
Go there.
Yeah.
And fuck yourself.
You, sir, are a bully. A big, mean bully is what you are.
I'm seeing a lot of this, but not a lot of this. That's you fucking yourself over there.
You know what? Your business model sucks.
Yeah, not for me, mate. Oh, no, go left. Go left, over there where I told you to go fuck yourself.
I'm not
over
going
left.
left because I know my rights.
No, over there, mate, you fucking dickhead.
So my stuff's getting a lot of attention. When do I get paid?
Oh, right, yeah. There's only something I can do about all the fucking thieves around here. Sensitive data for sale, sensitive customer data, going cheap. Cheap.
Okay, so that's Facebook.
Yeah, basically.
I see the references.
I didn't get it until the second time watching. It's like the thing that went viral. It's like, oh, you gotta get. No, I think it's gonna go viral. And he said, well, only for 15 minutes. And that's why the other guy stole his thing for virality. I didn't get that until now. But the whole thing, well, I want to boost it or roost it. That was the chicken. You have to pay with the chicken because the previous one was talking about Bitcoin. It's like, oh, I got this idea for gold. And it's like, can I eat it? No. Can I? You know, he asks all these things about what will the gold do. Well, then I don't want it. Can I eat it? Can I eat it? Can I get food with it? Can I wear it or something? The guy's like, well, you can make jewelry from it. It's like, I don't want it. That's why when he came, this is video number 2, why he said, oh, I see little gold boy is here. It's basically talking about like Bitcoin in a way that's different. But I think those videos are hilarious.
Yeah, Facebook's got great content.
Yeah. And I just learned about them yesterday. So I watched like 3 or 4 videos of them and sent them to a few friends. But yeah, it's the whole thing with Facebook.
Watermark, was he dipping his finger in water and like watering the chicken?
Putting the chicken, yeah. It's so true
right,
because
kids.
if you want to get seen on Facebook, you got to pay now. All right, yeah, we're past an hour.
Yeah, just a little bit. Gonna get to work. We've got a reveal coming up today, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.